Shalom, shalom, everybody. This is Brother Ike Rob, Sons of Thunder. Bring you another video that I just wanted to have a little quick discussion with you guys. Nothing too serious. It's just about advice. Sometimes we get caught up being in this captivity that whenever we come across some things, we might have some hard times or maybe just have some questions asked about us. We tend to, if it's not consciously on our mind, try to answer a lot of these hard questions or these thoughts that come across our minds on our own instead of turning to the Most High. And so what I wanted to share with you was that in the Bible, in the Apocrypha, which I like so much because the Apocrypha had just so much more, is the fact that that's a lot of advice in the book. Pretty much everything you can come across, you need, is in this book. So I just want to give you a couple of examples and just go through and just pick out some things that it's just, if you was to take the time, read your Bible, mark it up. You see how I did mine. I mean, I highlight mine in different colors, but it's not for a particular reason. Just that help me so that sometimes if I have this whole page yellow, I might not remember something because it's all yellow. You know, sometimes I might have it in my mind. If it's something like maybe a little bit more special, I might change the color. So don't worry about that. Anyway, so beginning, I'm over here in Wisdom of Solomon. All right, I'm in chapter 7. You see I already got it highlighted in orange. So I'm just going to show you that one right there. Chapter 7, verse 7. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon God, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. We should be praying this a lot. Just pray for the understanding and wisdom. Pray for the opportunity to have your eyes open so that you'll be able to not just help yourself, but maybe help someone else around you. You know? If we're always looking for that time or that one thing, like, man, what would you do? What would he do? What would they do? Well, how about we always just start opening the book? What's even better is once you open the book, you can just keep going. So I'm going to skip a few things because I not particularly want to be in here, but I'm going to go through another one that we all love and dear. So it's all right. The Ecclesiasticus, as you can see. So as you can see, I have a whole lot in here. All right. So let's just pick out something. All right. Let's go with this one right here. Chapter 6. Let's go ahead with verse 7. If thou wouldst get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Man, that right there alone. Can you imagine if you knew this back then when you were growing up and someone was to give you advice? Not to say your parents wasn't going to give you no good advice, but just to say, if somebody was to take the time and say, hey man, you read that and let it soak in. If you get a friend, prove him first before you be so quick to say, you're my friend, you're my buddy, you're my pal. But a lot of times we do get caught up in the moment. We think someone we met might be pretty cool. Sometimes they genuinely are, and sometimes they're just a double. All right. There's another one. 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies, and take heed of thy friends. I mean, did you need more than that? Just saying. Let's see what else we got. Let's pick something else random. We can go, and as a matter of fact, because the way I'm holding this, if you see something, you might want to highlight it. Keep it. Here we go. Let's go with chapter 8 and verse 17. Consult not with a fool, for he cannot keep counsel. Isn't that the truth? But we keep forgetting. We keep wanting to just be like, oh, but they're my friend. Oh, I know they don't quite have it, but they'll one day get it. Or they used to be a friend, even though they really dog me all the time. Or I'm just dealing with them because they're the only ones I have. I might just have that one person who I think is a friend and they're really not. They're just using you. Come on now. There's another one right there. Check that out. Chapter 7. And let's go look at verse 23. Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth. You can keep going if you want to. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter. But give her to a man of understanding. Whew. Sometimes we just be so glad to get people out the house sometime, and you just don't even realize. You just let her go with another devil. And all of this is going to come back and bite you in the butt later on. All right? And even with the kids, you got to get them while they're young. Don't be sitting there spoiling the kid. You're going to lose your mind. Let's see. There's another good one that's going to be, just if we were just to open the book and just read. Here's a good one. Chapter 11. Verse 29. Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains. What they saying is he has a whole lot of issues. And they might not just be deceitful. They just be just liars. They can be idolaters. They can be whatever. Sometimes people can just carrying so much baggage with them and issues that you will sit there and lose your mind if you're trying to sit and trying to help this person out. So before you even do that, see what I am doing. I'll give you an example. I prayed over my house. And I said, can you please keep those away from my home that is not sincere, not in truth. And I want to avoid it at all times and as possible. Those that is not going to benefit this family and who has the same belief as we do. Sure enough, lost a lot of so-called friends. So-called friends that you thought was right around the corner. Yep. Not everybody's your friend that you think they are. Let's see. What's another good one for you guys? What would be some good advice for someone? Let's find some just I mean, you can just look at the different ones that's in here. But here's one. 19. In verse 2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become imprudent. Wine and women will make men of understanding. Just think about it. You can sit there and be minding your own business, and you end up having one too many drinks, as they say. What does that get you? In trouble. See what I'm saying? You could be the one being innocent, and they could be flirtatious, or vice versa. They got too much. You gotta be careful now. Sometimes, many wars has been fought over women. A lot of heads been cut off, too. Let's see. What's another one? Simple enough. Chapter 20 and verse 20. A wise sentence shall be rejected when it cometh out of a fool's mouth, for he will not speak it in due season. You're not kidding. I've even seen that a lot of times at work, where people would just fly off the handle and just start running their mouth, saying different things. And it's just like, boss man be looking at him like, you about to get fired, right? Even the same thing when you think you have friends or you just got people just running into in the streets. Like when someone want to bump into you and you're being honest and sincere to say, hey, man, I'm sorry, excuse me. And now they want to fight because of whatever it is that they're going through. But what does it say? A wise sentence shall be rejected when it comes out of a fool's mouth. Even if they didn't even try to say something, smart. They think they're being smart. I mean, just think about it. They trying to say whatever they can say, and it's like it's the wrong time. Not the right one you should be saying it to. You gotta use wisdom. Let's see what else we got. I'm just flipping and thumbing through. Yeah, let's see what else we got. And y'all see anything you like? You're welcome to take it. Oh, look at that. This is chapter 31 and verse 21. If thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go forth, vomit, and thou shalt have rest. Man, you might get to a point where someone might be trying to force you. It would not be a good time to go through that, but if someone had to force you to eat swine or eat any unclean food. Good advice, huh? See, anything you can just run to. I mean, it's just, I'm picking random stuff. Let's see. Here we go, chapter 32, 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. That's true. Look at verse 22. And beware of thy own children. Yep. You got to really think about this. This book, amongst other books, Wisdom of Solomon, the book of Proverbs, I was just going through different ones. So like if you just get the opportunity to just open your book and just go through. You see? Granted, I mean, you could just highlight really the whole thing. But I was just highlighting the different things that just stood out to me, how it affects my life, and how it possibly could affect someone else. You know? It's, even this one right here, you get advice on, in chapter 38. And this is what I had put here, when you work too much. So check it out. If you start to go through this right here and just read all the way down, because I was like, I'm not just going to highlight the whole thing. I just, did this. But then you had to think about it. And it's like, when you just work too much, you're taking something away. You see what I'm saying? You're taking your time away from the Most High because you're doing so much more than what you should be doing. Don't forget, He comes first in everything. But like I said, it's just my book. I go through whenever I think someone has some questions for me about anything. I've always tried to at least go back and try to find an answer in Scripture before I just try to speak on my own accord. I try to do it the best way I can. Try making it a habit. That's the best thing I can say. Just try to make it a habit. Just go out here and keep this sword on us at all times. I try to keep it in my book bag when I go to work, when I go to the store, even when I'm just running down the street. I try to throw it in the car. You just never know who you're going to run into. Things just might just come up. You understand? You just have to take your time. Because it's always something in here that can help you and benefit you. And if it's not for you, it might be for the next person. So just take the time and just go through your book, study, show yourself approved, and meditate on the word. You got to really think about it, because if you don't do it, sometimes we'll just be lost. That's why we're destroyed for lack of knowledge, because a lot of it is in our books. It's been here this whole time, but I never absorbed it. I never let it talk to me. I never allow it to run my life. I mean, just look at this information in here. I only got to read it. I'm going to let you read it. You can pause it whenever you want to. Just take a look. It's in here. Especially when people say, but Why now? Why? Well, everything, there's a season and a time and a purpose under the heaven. There you go. It's a season. Whoop, just like it. It's a season for everything. And thinking, look at this. And also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of it, all his labor. It is the gift of God. Man, we know we out there in captivity, but at the same time, we got to have a job. We got to be out here to support the family. So it's okay to enjoy yourself. So it's so much is in this book. Just open your book and read. It's amazing what you can find. Just amazing. Be not over much wicked. Look at that. See? I'm Micah Rob, Sons of Thunder. Just want to share a few things with you. The best advice I can give you is look in the book that has a lot of advice in it. That's it. It's nothing too deep. You ain't gotta get super spiritual. Just open your book. You'll be amazed at what you find in here. All right? Because it's the most important thing anyway. That is the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment, and every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So you better get to reading. Brother Ike Rob, Sons of Thunder. I love you all. Keep reading. Put in this work. Put your brick in. Hashtag come to camp. You got questions? Come to camp. All right? Shalom.